Happy Easter, everybody. It is the 12th day of April, Easter Sunday, and I am bringing our teaching. We've been reading the book of Psalms, Proverbs, and Matthew. I'm going to be reading out of Matthew chapter 12 today. Jesus is known in chapter 12 as Lord of the Sabbath. The Pharisees were always trying to trap him, the religious people of his day, and he asked the question, is it okay to do good on the Sabbath? And they really didn't want to answer him. And so he healed people on the Sabbath. And as he continued doing ministry in chapter 12, he said, I am the Lord of the Sabbath. And he's actually the Lord of everything. And as he went around healing, he cast out a demon. And one of the religious leaders said, this demon is cast out because Jesus does it by evil spirits. We live in a culture today where many people say miracles don't happen anymore, that the Holy Spirit's not real, or they accuse Christian organizations of doing things that are evil. I'm not saying everything done out there is God, but I think the majority of those things that we're seeing are biblical, and we can confirm that His word is true. Miracles still happen. God is still moving today. He really is. And so Jesus gives a warning, and he says, listen, if Satan casts out Satan, then his kingdom is going to be literally collapsed. So no kingdom coming against itself will ever be able to stand. And so Jesus just reassures that he was casting out darkness by the Holy Spirit. And then he gives a super interesting warning. And people wonder, I've had this question asked many times over the years, Pastor, have I committed the unpardonable sin, blasphemy against the Holy Spirit? Well, blasphemy against the Spirit is in Matthew chapter 12. Jesus said, listen, you can blaspheme against the Son of God, but if you blaspheme against the Spirit, you better be really careful, because you will stand in judgment. And to watch and guard what we say and guard our lips, because out of our heart, our lips speak. So I just want to challenge all of us, no matter where we are, let's be careful not to be those religious people that just immediately speak against because somebody else does. We should be super careful about that, and we should be blessing and investigating clearly, because Jesus had this happen to him. And he said, listen, blaspheme against the Spirit will not be tolerated. So church, let's be a community of believers that releases the Spirit, that releases healing, that releases power. And we will not stay stuck in these religious modes of blaming things on the enemy or saying the Spirit doesn't move today. He's alive. He dwells in us. He is resurrected, and he loves us. You have a great Easter, and let's go move in the power of the Spirit.